Hi everyone, welcome to the Bill Nye and I project.
We've worked a long time on this project.
First we started off by reading some books.
And then we chose a topic from those books.
And then we had to teach a class about what we learned from the books.
A key element to these projects is the exhibition night, when the students share what they've learned and share what they've created, produced, with the larger community.
And without further delay, our first group, Zero.
Generally for us, it means we carve out one or more evenings at the school site. The audience is largely made up of parents, but there's always others that come, friends of parents, teachers from other schools in our network. And the students stand up and doing a combination of things. They're showing what they've created and reflecting upon what they got out of the experience.
We created a workbook. It was 12 pages of contrived activities and worksheets that directly corresponded to a video. So the students could watch the video and then test their newfound knowledge. It was our way to keep them engaged and interested.
I think the most important aspects of being a learner is being able to reflect on your learning. We're constantly asking them to reflect on what they know and to think about it, because the research shows that as you do reflection and you internalize those questions and you look back, you actually get so much more out of the experience having done that.
What did we learn as a group of high schoolers teaching a bunch of third graders? First of all, we gained scientific knowledge in addition to reading the book Zero.
I definitely think there's value in it. I think that the point of an exhibition is to represent to your community what you've learned. Like, this is what this whole project was about, is being able to present what you learned in an engaging way.
Overall, despite a few issues along the way, being in kind of a large group and having a lot of responsibilities, there were some issues, arriving on time and presenting ourselves in a professional manner.
The exhibition was a bit more of a reflection than others, because in many ways the climax of this project was when they went and taught their lessons in the schools. The students look back on their experience and they have to make sense of what has just happened to them over the past couple months through some sort of narrative frame.
It's hard to fully realize the bulk of a teacher's job. They get summer vacations off. They're not the ones doing the homework. Can often be heard from their disgruntled students' lips. These past few months have made us eat our words, and we're here to show you how we went from naive students to fully valuing our teachers.
It's such a powerful way to kind of sear the learning into them. I think that humans are naturally able to kind of make order out of their experience through storytelling, so it kind of taps into a strength that I think many of us have.
And we'd like to take any questions that you might have.
Did each of you have an area of expertise? Yours was history.
We all certainly had different areas of interest, which really helped for our essay and our...
A lot of it comes out in the Q&A, of course, when it's less scripted. And the students are letting me know what things that they've learned that I didn't even expect.
Briefly, you talked about just Zero and religion a little bit. Could you talk a little bit about what the connection there is?
Sure. Actually, I might even refer to the whiteboard for this one. Yeah. But so Aristotelianism, or Aristotle's doctrine, pertain to philosophy and physics.
When Paul blew so many people away when he stood at the whiteboard and started talking about the Aristotelian rejection of the concept zero and explaining to his audience how that all worked.
As religiously, we couldn't believe in zero because acknowledging that zero existed was acknowledging that God had created nothingness, and that's a paradox.
I was thrilled. That was a great night. I often feel that way about exhibition nights. There's such a release. There's so much preparation ahead of time, last minute scrambling. My teenagers continue to procrastinate and sort of drive you crazy as you sort of wonder how it's going to all come off. And then they end up doing the best job that you've ever seen them do.
They were given Zeno's paradox, which is about infinitesimals and reaching zero through an infinite number of decimals. And so I saw like a parallel that they couldn't solve the problem without zero, and we couldn't solve the problem in class without zero. So
I always go into these exhibitions thinking that I know what they've done and what they're going to say. And they always fool me. And I always sit there, even though I've seen them rehearse, I've lived and breathed this thing for so many months, I have so much fun at these exhibitions because I always feel like I'm seeing these things for the first time.